transition from the workplace to a funeral. I stumbled, grasping for the right words. My mother came over to the window and twirled the wand attached to the blinds, slowly lifting the slats and letting sunlight gradually seep into the room. Her straight dark hair, cut in a perfect swoop across the back of her shoulders, caught the light. And for a second, it almost looked like she wore a shimmering crown. "What are you looking at?" she asked. I shrugged my shoulders and decided to stay quiet. The truth was, I had caught a glimpse of some movement on the deck of Blackbeard's Vestige yesterday, and I had constantly been looking out the window since. I was convinced that it had been the captain. Surely, a man who sailed a ship like that was a pirate. He had to be. If only I could meet him one day. Maybe he'd offered to be my mentor. Maybe he could teach me how to sail. Maybe he'd hurl insults at me. Even that would be okay. But first, I just needed a good look at him. If you look up pirate in any dictionary, it seems like a simple concept. They'll give a definition like this: pirates are sailors who attack other ships and steal property from them. No, I object. That's not right. A pirate is so much more. At the heart, a pirate is a courageous explorer and a bold adventurer who loves the sea. I like that part about them. That's the part that all the dictionary definitions don't capture. Why did they have to focus on the stealing part so much? That's why the world needs a new word, a better word. Ready? Piventurate. That's a word I made up myself. I can't get anybody else, except Brandon, to use it, though. It's not hard to pronounce. Pie, like, the delicious dessert. Ven, like vent, with no T. Chur, like churro, another delicious dessert, but with no O. And rat, like the rodent. Pie, ven, chur, rat. Piventurettes are sailors who passionately seek adventure. People who boldly travel into the unknown to explore and learn. It's good, right? Names matter, and piventurette definitely belongs in the dictionary. But so far, my email to Merriam-Webster had gone unanswered. The editors must get a lot of suggestions about adding new words to their text. I'll give them another week to respond before following up. So, when I thought about the captain of Blackbeard's Vestige, I really hoped he was more along the lines of a piventurate, not a thieving marauder. I have to be careful using my brilliant word around Mom, though. She quietly rolls her eyes whenever I say it. I've seen it a few times. Just to humor the ignorant types around me, I usually stick to pirate, even though I feel that the word is just totally inadequate. I had better try emailing the Oxford Dictionary people next. "We need to leave in 5 minutes," Mom reminded me as we left my room. Her eyes darted to the wall clock in the hallway. "Or, if you'd like, you could ride your bike by yourself. I suppose you are old enough?" Finally, my first crack at some independence. 12 years of being smothered by her and her anti-piventurate ways was starting to get to me. "Maybe just leave the bandana at home," she said hopefully, over her shoulder. Her face pinched slightly as her eyes crept up to the red bandana I always wore on my head. "I bought you a nice ball cap the other day." "Nah, I'm good," I told her, as I gave the knot at the base of my neck a good tug. I slid into my favorite pair of red Crocs. Her shoulders slumped slightly, but she quickly resumed getting ready. To make room for the large stack of student papers she was holding, she pushed the small framed black and white photograph of her mother, my grandma, to the back of the hallway table. As far as I knew, it was the only picture we had of her, because she had died a long time ago, before Mom had even come to Cedar Coast. Can you believe she still requires students to submit on paper? Save a tree, Mom. Go digital. I caught a glimpse of the essay on the top of the stack, and it was covered with red circles and slashes. The student probably wouldn't be too...